There is no other place like this on the planet. There are no such incredible people anywhere else. And such amazing nature. Look at this incredible beauty. What a color of water. A fantastic nature. Amazon is nothing like this. It's awesome here. This is Ukraine. Hutsol Dmytro camera will try to play the trombita. We start a new trip. Let's go, my friends. Full speed. To the wild nature. These are onagers from the red list. Zebras and wildebeests. A dolphin! A dolphin, look! Wow! Easy, easy. To the inexplicable phenomena. Oh, I actually see his arm through open. To the world of magic. I'll burn it with fire. Searching for adrenaline. Getting out of a hot air balloon at an altitude of 1,500 meters is not pleasant at all. Searching for a hidden treasure. Zmyny Island can be tacitly called the Treasure Island. These giant translucent crystals remind diamonds. And a real delicacy. So Ukraine was a homeland of oysters. They spread over the world from here. All in our native country. Bring me the bucket. No, you can go until I milk you. I'll get you. New routes, discoveries, adventures, and the most interesting places are waiting for us. Everyone should experience Ukrainian desert. This show will help you to plan the vacation in Ukraine. We'll show you these places and you'll never forget them, and will surely want to visit them too. So, let's fly! Travel around Ukraine with Dmytro camera. Friends, I'm 20 kilometers from Kiev. I'm driving off-road in order to take part in an incredible, wonderful, and extreme adventure. Look where I am. This is a basket, this is gas, and we are heading to the Ballooning Festival. Few people know that dozens of balloon festivals take place in Ukraine. Anyone can take part in it. Most often festivals take place in Kamenets-Podilsky, Bielitsarkva, Pereyaslav, Khmelnytsky, Kharkiv, Dnipro, Uman, Cherkasy, and even the Carpathians. Now we're approaching the village of Berezivka in the Makariv district of the Kiev region, where the festival takes place every year. The festival will last for several days. We'll see it both from the ground and from the air. We'll learn very unusual ancient rituals invented 200 years ago in France and even experience them. So get ready, fasten your seatbelts. Our adventures are getting started. Ukraine is extreme. For those who love adrenaline and extreme, in Ukraine there are many options to tickle your nerves. Skydiving, rope jumping, rafting, paragliding, kiteboarding, skiing and snowboarding. We will definitely experience extreme sports and entertainment, but we'll start with a simple one. Here's a field. This is where the lunch pad is. People spread out blankets, rest, gather with all their families. Hello. Hi there. There's the first car. They are starting to assemble the hot air balloon. This is how the festival begins, and it takes place at 6 a.m. and at 6 p.m. In total, 20 balloons will take off here at the same time today. Friends, you won't believe it. It will be a fantastic show, and even if you didn't find a place in the basket, the view from the land is also amazing. So let's go. Here we can see all the stages. First, they pull out rolled fabric, stretch it, then spread it, and then you'll see everything with your own eyes. They started to pump up the first balloon. Look, initially we just pump it up with the ordinary air, then the gas burner turns on and it's already starting to rise because hot air is lighter than regular air. Please take a look, my friends. If you look there, you can already see how huge it is. This balloon is like a giant tent of some Arab sheikh, or like a huge house by volume. Can I get inside? It's better to take off the shoes, not to damage it. The balloon is just beginning to be inflated, but you can already assess the scale. The length is 25 meters, the width in diameter is about 12 meters, and if you try hard, you can fit a load of 40 trucks here. And here is the actual control system. We can't touch anything here because every detail is vital. May I ask you? Go ahead. Hello. Hi. What's your name? My name is Sergey. I'm a hot air balloon pilot. Nice to meet you. This valve is actually the basis of hot air balloon control. A parachute valve that releases hot air for easy descent. So when we go up, the valve is closed. In order to go down, we open it. Yes, we pull it back, and hot air comes out through this hole. Right, I see you holding the champagne. Yes, champagne is an aeronautical drink. You must understand that nobles cannot live without champagne. A title of nobility is given to everyone who has flown. Of course, this is a decree of Louis XVI of 1783. The decree was adopted by Louis XVI in France, the birthplace of aeronautics, and spread over the world. The king was so impressed with the hot air balloon that he issued a decree conferring titles of nobility on all aeronauts and giving them lands over which the balloon flew. A real boom began in France. Many people immediately wanted to become nobles and get free land. Louis XVI was confused. He had not enough lands, but he couldn't take back the royal world either. He found an ingenious solution. He didn't cancel the decree, but issued a small addition. We'll find out later about the solution and whether these traditions are still honored. Good luck. Thanks. See you. We're leaving. Thank you. That's it. Sasha, be careful. Sasha is going backwards and can see. But I'll show you. This is the valve. And here, the ropes, where the carabiner is, that's the basis of control. The pilot can pull and slightly open the valve or close it. This is the steering wheel and the tool that allows you to gain height or reset it. The balloon is filled with hot air that makes it rise. Depending on the size of the balloon, the basket for passengers can accommodate from 1 up to 24 people. Most often, a balloon is as high as a 9-story building. The group consists of 3 to 5 people plus a pilot. The lighter the passengers and the cooler the air, the more people can fly to the skies at the same time. Our compatriot, an experienced pilot, Serhiy Skalko, placed 36 people in the basket of the largest balloon in Ukraine and set an unprecedented record in November 2010. While I spent 10 minutes inside this balloon, which is already rising, probably 300 or 400 people have gathered around. Aeronautic in Ukraine is a cultural family sports rest. This is a culture of beautiful cognitive rest. Tell me, please, if we talk about accessibility, can you tell us about prices? Please. The simplest option, just the simplest one, is to come to our club. Help, drive, money is not needed, just help us. Show your interest. So I can come as a volunteer. You should. It'd be great. Can I join your aeronauts club by buying my own balloon? You get trained to understand if you need an aerostat and then buy it. We have a pilot school. How much does an aerostat cost? A cheap one can be bought for 15,000. It's used flying with documents. Everything is as it should be. Another option is to buy for 50. It's not expensive but average. It's like a good middle-class car. So, there are a few different options. If you want, you can just come and watch. If you have money, you can buy a ticket, pay about 3,000 hryvnias, and look at the Earth from the sky. If you want it for free, come to the balloonists and offer your help. Wow! It's the one inside of which I was 3 minutes ago. It's already flying. It looks just fantastic. And more people coming. It's crowded. The magic has already started. The balloons are taking off. More and more of them. The show is getting really amazing. Aeronautics is a sport for pilots, and for tourists, it's the enjoyment of fantastic landscapes. The flights take place in the most picturesque places of our planet, over the cliffs of Cappadocia of Turkey, over the snowy Alps in Switzerland, over thousands of temples in the ancient city of Bagan in Myanmar. The most spectacular and massive balloon festivals are held all over the world, in the American city of Albuquerque, in the British Bristol, and the Japanese Saga. This type of leisure is getting more popular every year. Did you come here to fly or just to watch? To watch. To watch. Do you want to fly? I certainly do. Isn't it scary? It's chilling. Scary. It's scary. I see grown-ups here. Hi, what's your name? Hi, I'm Dima. Nice to meet you. I'm Dima. How old are you? Many years. Countless. Countless. But maybe you would tell. I'm 80. Good for you. You came to watch the balloons. To see everything. She's a role model, an 80-year-old woman, and her age, the lady, came to see flying balloons. I want to tell you about a tradition that appeared in France long ago. Aeronautics was available only to the elite. Imagine how everyone reacted 200 years ago when they saw some kind of monster flying. It was perceived as a dragon, and many people were really afraid of balloons, and pilots were afraid of people and their reactions. That's why they always carried champagne to treat people. I think he should keep this tradition. We have a refrigerator, so... My friends, will you join us? Champagne for everyone. According to aeronautical tradition, it's necessary to shoot into the air. French tradition reached Ukraine. And this is how aeronauts used to pour champagne, so that people weren't afraid of their flying monsters. Who else? Be sure to take bottles, corks, and all rubbish away. Don't dump it here. Let's save the nature. And if we see a balloon in the sky, we shout, "Happy flight!" All together. Happy flight! Super positive emotions are guaranteed to everyone at the Aeronautics Festival, to those who are in the sky and to those who watch this beauty from the earth. I suggest you to see this. Surf the internet, search when and where festivals take place. There certainly will be a festival in your city or nearby this year, and do not miss the chance to see it from below or from above. We'll also experience a flight and we'll look at Earth from a bird's eye view. We returned to the Makariv district of the Kiev region the next day, and 6 a.m. we'll take a passenger flight on the hot air balloon. It's only a couple of minutes before takeoff. Here's our aerostat, and they're already waiting for us. We're just tourists. Good morning. Up. Be careful, don't touch a hose. We don't touch the hose, we follow the safety rules, we accept Sasha Dmytro. Sasha? Chief, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Dmytro, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Yuri Bedik is the most experienced pilot instructor, engaged in aeronautics for almost 30 years. He'll tell and show us how to control the balloon. Open the top valve. We tear it off, the locks removed, closed by pressure. When it becomes lighter than air and go up, we raise the maximum temperature and create lifting power. We are flying. Bye. Good luck. Great. We are gaining altitude. 20 balloons took off at the same time. It's fantastic. Incredible. You must first sign up for a group to fly a balloon during the festival. Today, there are 8 of us in the basket, including the pilot. Hello guys, let's get acquainted. My name is Dima, and you? Yulia, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. It's your first flight? Yes. What's your name? Sasha. First flight? Sure. I'm Stas. Stas, nice to meet you. The first time? Right. Natalia, first time or two? What do you feel? It's great. Aren't you scared? No. Even a bit. It's cool. Fear should always be with people because it's absolutely normal, but it should not control our emotions. To prove it, Yuri immediately decided to let all his passengers feel what it's like when the balloon almost touches the ground. This is a favorite trick of aeronauts and the most exciting moment for the passengers. We're going below the level of the trees. Yes, it seems that we're going to crush them. But believe me, when we get closer, we will rise higher again. If someone needs a birch sauna broom, help yourself, they are birches. Lady, it's for you. Thanks. Thanks. Cool. Sunflowers. Brave and romantic pilots offer to take gifts for girls while flying over sunflowers. Gotcha. And 2 sunflowers for our charming passengers. This is for you. Thank you. And for you. Thanks. Approaching the pine tree, we are going to hit it. Yeah. Once we collected cones in China using a balloon filled with gas, and now we're flying using hot air. Such tricks are not included in the obligatory part of the flight. It was an exception today. It all depends on the passenger's wish and the pilot's decision. In Ukraine, a lot of places provide such leisure that gives a portion and a dose of adrenaline. We'll show you these places today. You'll never forget them and definitely come to visit them too. Our mates are flying right below us. There we see a balloon. It depicts the emblem of Makarov region. And we are flying over the Makarov region, so each of us will officially receive a title of nobility and become Count of Makarov. But before that, we have to find a place to land, and most importantly, land softly. As you see, we flew in the opposite direction because the wind changes with the altitude. So you choose the altitude with a certain wind, the one I need, which suits me. Our flight lasts 1 hour. Although the supply of gas in cylinders is enough for 2 hours of flight, it's time for us to prepare for landing. Fly to the estimated landing site. Roger that. Every pilot must have a radio station. There is a connection with the base. A car follows us. It should pick us up in the place where the wind will take us. May I try? Yes, for 3 seconds. So, friends, full throttle. 3 seconds. Enough. Enough, as you say. Friends, I've got a chance to control a balloon. I have already piloted Yak-52, Jet L-39 in Kharkiv. I flew Cessna in Ukrainian Aeronautics. I have a unique chance to control the balloon. Cool. It seems quite easy, like putting the handle. You hear the sound, you see the fire, but it's not easy. Let's do it together. Together, squat, hold on. It's quite quick. Festival organizers made us to ride passengers and the balloon from a random landing place in the field to a civilized place where transport runs, or to the parking lot where passengers left their cars. When I jumped out of the basket, it immediately took off from the ground because 80 kilos left. It pulls upward because my weight was a ballast. What's next? We set the balloon on the ground. Let me help you. Shut off the gas. Yes. Okay. The most important thing, the red rope, which no one is allowed to touch. Let's pull in spurts. I open it and see the sky. The hot air comes out and the basket lies down. It's down, and the dome is slowly folding. This is actually the most important moment. Together we will crush it. It's necessary to do technical work before carrying out a noble ritual. Without exaggeration, it's noble. By the way, landings are not always so soft. Now we can talk about it. If you fly, contact proven aeronauts. The most interesting part of the festival is still ahead of us. Initiation into aeronauts will begin right after we fold the balloon. So, my friends, a tourist can get the title of nobleman for about 3,000 hryvnias. It's not cheap, it's expensive, but it's worth it. On the 21st of November, 1783, the brave nobles Marquis d'Arlan and Pilattre de Rosier took to the skies, made the first safe flight and reported at the Paris Academy of Science. The King Louis issued a decree in which he henceforth allowed people of exclusively noble origin to fly through the sky. The decree is kept at the Aeronautic Museum in Albuquerque, New Mexico, United States of America. According to this decree, you are now becoming noble balloonists, on which we congratulate you. Thanks! We are nobles! You are nobles. Your possessions are all those lands over which you flew. You have a right to dispose all this wealth. A small nuance. These possessions are yours only under one condition: when you fly across the sky above the lands. When we land on the ground, we unfortunately lose this right. Louis XVI adopted such an amendment to his own law after the massive excitement of balloonists who tried to appropriate land for free. No one expected that aeronautics would become so popular that it would be simply impossible to give land to everyone who takes to the sky. But it's important that this law still exists. Therefore, each of us can become a real nobleman with a huge amount of land, but only for a few hours, while flying over these lands. And before the pilot presents you with certificates, you need to go through the initiatory rite of aeronauts. I ask you to kneel on these parts of the aircraft. The rite aims to pay tribute to the 4 elements that surround balloonists on every flight: water, wind, fire, and earth. I entrust the elements of fire to you. Awesome. What should I do? A small particle. Should I burn? Just a little. Water element, don't hit this stack, please. Water element, shake the element. The element of water is champagne, the fire is a lighter. We set fire and extinguish it the right way. The title of nobility requires sacrifice. Fortunately, everyone's hair remained intact, so we both, me and my colleague, who managed the water, coped with the task. I will ascend into the nobility. From now on, I order you with this document to be awarded with the title of aeronauts and be addressed by the title, Your Celestial Highness. Hooray! Dmytro, who am I now? Imported person Dmytro Komarov. What about my lands? Makarev district. Our friendly team owns the Makarev district, right? The lands between Kalinivka and Avronshina. Well, nobles, cheers for our flights and for the amazing tourism in Ukraine. Let as many people as possible get to know our native country. Hooray! Hooray! Thank you very much. And goodbye, goodbye, bye. We have incredibly beautiful landscapes, an incredible, fantastic country, and looking at it from a new angle, from a height, is very special. Aeronautics, as a form of leisure, is becoming more and more popular. You can watch the festival from the ground, it's absolutely free, or participate in the festival for money. But there are people who use balloons not quite for their intended purpose, and this is a real extreme. Yuri and I moved to another part of the Kiev region, to a deserted field, where they prepare for a stunt that is shocking both in its scale and the idea. People used balloons inflated with hot air or gas in different ways. They even took to the stratosphere to the altitude of more than 40 kilometers. But today, we'll see just an incredible record invented by the Ukrainians. We have incredibly brave guys. Here we see a balloon that has not yet unfolded, a basket, an ambulance is waiting. It means there will be something special, extreme, and with elements of risk. And here we see such a wonderful company. Now we will meet them. Hi, Dmytro. Pasha, nice to meet you. Evgeny, Ruslan, Masha, nice to meet you. Vitaly Zorin needs no introduction, head of the National Record Register of Ukraine. The main character of the upcoming show is Pavlo, he's 31. In ordinary life, Pavlo works as an IT specialist, but today he will show us a stunt that seems impossible for a human body to perform. I'll pierce the skin of the knees, insert special fasteners and fasten to the basket of the balloon, and I'll rise 2,500 meters high. So you'll have not on a climbing system, not on a safety harness, but on your skin. Yes, I heard about the tradition of piercing the skin. It still exists in India, where festivals where people pierce themselves with nails and needles on hand, but at low altitude. You are going to take off for more than 2 kilometers. I'm a skydiver. You won't be offended if I call you a little crazy, in a good way. I won't. Friends, Pavlo Klats, a man who is going to set a record, pierce his knees and, being suspended by the skin, fly more than 2 kilometers high. Will you unfasten yourself? I'll take the cutter, cut the string connecting my knees to the basket of the balloon, and the free fall will begin. I'll fall, admire the scenery, and open the parachute. I have a question. Will the skin withstand? Won't it turn? If you pierce your hand with a nail and suspend yourself, how much you weight? 95. 95, it's almost 100. And 12 kilos of equipment. Okay, so it's more than 100. When you pierce the skin and hand a person, can a skin withstand the weight? The skin is very strong on the back and weaker on the knees, so we'll do simple stunt. We won't have any loads, but you'll race for 2 kilometers. I'm just hand. We can perform stunts while handing on our backs. We can jump off a bridge or off a cliff, and the skin withstands it. Pavlo has been doing this unusual hobby for 7 years now. Already 142 hooks have been in his skin. It was this rope jumping from the bridge, being attached with just one hook to the back, that he did first in the world. Later, many extreme sportsmen from the other countries followed his example. One question, which all viewers have now: why? Why do you do this? Because it's possible. Good luck. Thanks. We'll be watching. Sure, your work. Yeah. We see an ambulance on duty in case of dangerous record. Hello. Have you ever seen such crazy people? Not yet. And here's the doctor. Hello, hello. You're now watching all of this. What do you think as a doctor? I'm worried about the guys. Tell me, is this normal? Pierce one's skin, hand, and take off. A man can do it. Let him try. Give us a doctor's comment. He says that the skin will withstand. I'm not a doctor. Is the skin really so strong that it can withstand his weight? Yes, it can. It's strong. Thank you very much for coming. I want to wish you just have fun, watch, breathe fresh air, and calmly go home. So that your help is not needed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, friends, we continue to watch. My friends, the hero put on the equipment, and it's just a regular parachute, right? Yes. How many times did you jump? 279. Pasha? It's time to pierce. Have a sit. Here comes the most dramatic moment. Tell me, are you a doctor? Why are you piercing knees? Because we can. What's on your table? Instruments, hooks. These hooks will pierce his skin, right? Let's see, my friends. It's an antiseptic treatment. Tell me, does it hurt? It's cold and unpleasant. Do you pierce skin and muscles too? On the skin. Choose an area. How to choose the right area to pierce? Don't answer, otherwise someone from the audience will repeat. Friends, you're watching this now, but please do not repeat. We don't recommend and we urge you not to do this yourself. Don't do it at all. There's only one person in Ukraine, and I hope he'll safely and successfully become a record holder. What do you draw next to the tattoo? A central line. Sorry, who's that? A cartoon character. My kids adore it. You got kids? Yes. How many? 3 of them. And you do such a crazy thing? Yeah. I'd like to see your wife. I'm here. Are you his wife? Yes. My friends, I'm out of words because the wife pierces her husband's legs. There are 3 children at home, and the husband wants to rise in a balloon, cut the rope, and fall. It's a family life. I see something under your skin. What's that? It's an interesting thing. A silicone hook. Looks like fisherman's. You can touch it. God, it's scary. Yes. Does it hurt? No. No. It's like a body part, our wedding rings. Show him. What? When we hold hands, they form a heart. This is a crazy family, literally. Hooks instead of wedding rings under the skin. Andrei married us. You were the priest. Yes. By the power vested in me by Scalpel. My life will never be the same again. They amaze me every second. Now, jokes aside, we take the needles. It's not a game, it's serious. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Got it? Yes. It pierced right through. Look at his face, pierced with a hook. He's smiling. Doesn't it hurt? No, it doesn't. It's fantastic. My friends, we have traveled around the world and we have seen so much, but I've never seen such madness. Many viewers may say the same, but I think today you'll prove that a human body has no limits. And absolutely everything is possible. I've had enough. I feel dizzy. Meanwhile, the balloon is being unfolded and we see our pilot, Yuri. Good evening. You just flew with tourists and now you got this. What do you think about it? It's okay. Yuri has a huge responsibility. A balloon is a very unpredictable device. The direction of its movement really depends on the weather. If it gets worse, anything can happen. I see a young man here. Hi. Hello. What's your name? Alexander. You've got an unusual drone. We often use drones, but I've never seen anything similar. What is this? A sports one. Its speed is 200 kilometers per hour. Super speed drones are needed to capture super speed stunts. Ukrainian pilots are among the best in the world in controlling such equipment. We'll film the jump. Where will you be? In a balloon, and I'll be wearing glasses. Amazing. I wish you a successful record today. Thank you. I hope, my friends, that we will be able to observe this process as close as possible. By the way, I see a helicopter. Hi, Sergey. Hi. I'm very glad to see you. Sergey Nikiforov is one of the best helicopter pilots in Ukraine and the person who supplies the best helicopters to Ukraine from abroad. A lot of specialists are involved to fix such technically complex record, and the expert of the National Record Register has to watch it in person. I need to see that the separation of the potential record holder from the balloon basket went as it was planned. And then meet him and then land inside. Preparing for a record is hard. Absolutely all Pavlov's actions will be monitored both from the air and from the ground. Each team member has his own task and instructions for action in case of a threat to life. Was there such a record? No, there was no such record. Only half an hour left before they start. All specialists are ready to start. Meanwhile, Pavlov's knees are pierced in 3 places. There is one more puncture left. The tension in the team is growing. And so, friends, it's the last puncture for today. Aho! Here comes the blood. Here comes the blood. By the way, first blood. Is there a chance that you'll pass out? I hope not, but before any jump, we get ready for a situation that something can go wrong. Are you talking about Cypress? Yes, Cypress. It's a system which is used by all modern skydivers. In case if there is a loss of consciousness, the system determines that the altitude is already extremely low and opens the reserve dome. Skydiving without it is impossible. Dmytro, here's the thing. If you want to set a record, you must come to me, and very quickly. Here is another member of the team, and he will not help Pavlov, but me. Alexander Marushko, one of the most famous skydivers in Ukraine. I'm going to throw out our balloon. Guys, you see, everything is prepared very carefully, so not only the record is set, but Sasha Dmytro and I could film it. Sasha Dmytro, unlike me, will shoot from the cockpit of a helicopter, and I'll be in the balloon next to a possible record holder. In order to watch, I also need to be in the balloon, and in order to see how it all ended, I also need to jump. I can't jump myself, so Marushko will help me with this. Sasha is the only Ukrainian skydiver who agreed to participate in such an adventure, and he has an enormous experience in unusual stunts. Balloon jumps differ from classic plane jumps. When you jump from a plane by inertia, your body moves at high speed, 100 or more kilometers per hour. You kind of lay down on the air current, but it's 0 speed here. It's like a jump from a roof or tower. Feeling weightless. Weightless, yes. And this is dangerous. Few agree to do this at all. That's right. I still do not have enough experience to perform this jump by myself. The only way for me to accompany Pavlov from the moment of separation from the ball to the landing on the ground is a tandem jump. He puts on a system for a tandem jump. For those who don't know what is it, this is an opportunity to feel the free fall and also experience skydiving for those who don't have the skills. I jumped 7 times, 5 times with my army parachute, which is uncontrollable. I also had tandems, but I didn't jump from a balloon. What is the specifics? The instructor takes full control. I'll be attached to you like this, right? Yes. We have 4 carabiners, fully connected. Each of these withstands 1 ton, so we can use only 1, but not today, right? Right. Right. To protect eyes. It's perfect. You know, when a parachutist falls, he goes down and his cheeks twitch like this. It's just what I should have today. I really hope. You saw ordinary tourists having fun with balloons, and now you'll see how crazy tourists, journalists, and people who just have a very unusual way of thinking have fun. We are low lunch. Go! I've seen a lot, but I didn't think that such an adrenaline event would take place here in Ukraine. Only 5 minutes left before the start. The most important before it is... This is very touching. The wife wishes you good luck. Are you worried? I'm a little worried, but I'm sure it will work out. It's an excitement. Is it? Yeah. Are you worried? No. What are you thinking about? I want to succeed. The main task is to enjoy the process, once again to prove that it's possible, that it works out. Guys, it's said by the man who has 1, 2, 3, 4 punctures in his knees. It's incredible. I warned that this receipt relieves us of many obligations. All responsibility for your life and well-being is on you. Those who are going to fly, come here. It's time, guys. Let's go. I have a camera to work with. Engineer has the second camera. Tell us, you have to save him if he faints. I'm a backup. I can come down to him, get him some ammonia and bring him back. And you'll be our second cameraman because I need assistance. Jumping from a balloon is dangerous because when the balloon loses weight, it steeply goes up. Jumps are made at the moment when the balloon steeply goes down, and when people jump, the speed is compensated. If you jump out when balloon is in a static position or during the ascent, the balloon will go up so steeply that it can be torn apart. The valve may pop. It's very dangerous. Sasha, now tell us how we will work. On 1,500, I will fasten you. You'll get here on this platform. We'll wait on this platform, a terrace, to see Pablo doing his job. When will we jump? We'll jump after him. In order to launch the balloon, it's very important to literally carry the main character in your arms so the tissue doesn't tear. And moreover, until the ball reaches a height from which it's safe to jump with a parachute, the hero will be roped. Otherwise, if, for example, at an altitude of 10, 20, 50 meters, a break occurs, that's it. Are you ready? Yes. It's the most difficult moment of takeoff. It's important to hold our hero and the moment the balloon leaves the ground. This is the first time in world history. This has never happened before. We can't predict the outcome, but we hope for happy ending. We create the history of extreme sports in Ukraine. The drone operator is ready, the pilot Yuri is ready, the burner is ready, the emergency expert is ready. We're holding Pablo. I see. The basket gradually rises. The hero is held in the arms, and now he'll hand on his knees. It's very dangerous. Hit the air. Hit it up. He's handing on his knees. My friends, we have already gained an altitude of about 50 meters. We see the hero handing upside down. He's roped for now. Then he will be unroped. Incredible landscapes. The whole team involved in fixing the record follows us and rises into the sky. I feel uncomfortable. I'm horrified. We're pulling up the hero. He's holding. He shouldn't head upside down all the way. Now the system is working. He's being pulled up. They lift him so he doesn't lose consciousness, because it's hard to hang upside down for such a long time. He's fixed. Are you okay, Pablo? Altitude 700. Altimeter 3.8. High five. These are crazy guys in the best sense of the word. Pablo, are you okay? I'm great. Don't you feel dizzy? My head is up, I'm okay. Do your legs hurt? No. What are you thinking about? I'm at 940 meters right now, but it's very hard to believe. The altitude is 940 meters. It's beautiful. Altitude 1000, altimeter 3.5. We start preparing in a minute. 10 minutes of flight and the fun begins. We will all jump. 1200, 3.6. We're approaching 1300 meters and we'll jump soon. Our task is to get to a safe altitude for a parachute jump. Dmytro, it's time to buckle up. We'll be jumping soon. Well, I feel quite nervous, and I've had better days. Just get on it. My friend's getting out of a balloon, and an altitude of 1,500 meters is not the most pleasant thing that I've done. 2000 speed, 3.5. It's getting cold. I feel probably 0 degrees Celsius. Oh, friends, adrenaline is running high. The heart is jumping out. But what does our hero feel? What's up? It's awesome. High five. High five. Cool, man. The speed of the balloon is about 5 meters per second. The altitude is about 2,500. I think that in 5 or 7 minutes there will be jumps of both the hero and Dmytro. There are only a few minutes left before the jump. The balloon is at an altitude of almost 2,000 meters. Pablo is under the basket. I stand with Sasha Marushka on a small plywood platform. A helicopter is circling nearby. The head of the record register oversees the process. Now it's important to coordinate all our actions. The helicopter must be at a distance for safety. The drone operator must be extremely careful not to damage the parachute. We are very dependent on the wind. The slightest mistake in such conditions and circumstances when setting a unique record can be fatal. Pablo? Yeah? Did you see the road on the left? Where the car goes? To your right, where the car goes. I see. That's the perfect landing spot. We're deciding where to land. Sasha Marushko, 3000. You need to jump out when it's -4.5. 0.2. 0.1. 0. Guys, the speed is 0. We stopped. Now the balloon starts rapidly move down. After a jump, it should be compensated, because if you lose so much weight in the lifting mode, the balloon can pop. The altitude is 2,800 meters. It stopped ascending and picks up that negative speed that Dmytro was talking about in order to throw out both parachutes. It's a crucial moment. Pablo's ropes are taken away. Now, if something goes wrong, we can no longer help him. May we? You may start. Pablo, friends we are working, we are separating. 4.9. 5. He unfastened and hands on his knees. 5.1. 5. With the help of a special knife, Pablo cuts the ropes. I'm ready. His pursuit legs are attached to the basket of the balloon. He cuts himself off and falls down. Go! Good luck! The balloon instantly loses more than 100 kilograms of weight and sharply slows down. If we also jump out, the balloon can rush up sharply and burst. 4.1. The pilot starts an intensive descent. We are waiting for his command. It opened! Thank God. 4.8, 4.7. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. 4.1, go. Oh, that's it. What a pleasant feeling when you see a parachute above you. When it's okay, Sasha, thank you. Hooray! Yeah, we did it. Watch Pablo. Our task is to try to catch up with Pablo and make sure that he was able to land successfully with pierced knees. Provide support if necessary. Pablo must be above us. Yes, I see him. We overtook Pablo. Let's try to match him. Great. That's it. We observe both domes. We see Pablo and Santan with Dmytro. Everything goes as planned. Our task now is to catch up and land after they land, so the helicopter blades do not inflate the parachutes and the guys do not fly again. It's very cold. The feelings are not the same as when jumping from the airplane. They differ radically. Complete silence, then a crazy increase in speed, then the whistling in your ears, and then you just wait to see if everything is fine. Sasha, how do you feel? Super! I wish. We chose the landing site. Now it's the most important moment. Where's the site? Right below us. What is there? Grass? Village, road, grass. We'll land on the road. Tell me, what should I do? You'll need to raise your legs. Let's practice now. Raise my legs as high as possible. And straighten. Like this. Yes. Well done. As much as possible. In tandem jump, the client must raise his legs as much as possible and trust the instructor. The instincts of self-preservation will say, "Put your legs down, watch out." But you have to fight the instincts. You have to raise your legs, otherwise you'll just hurt them. So you have to be very careful, but there are a few minutes of a fantastic flight left, an incredible view. Even in Ukraine, sunset, and we're going down. That's how records are set. In the meantime, I see Pablo right above us. Here he is. He goes under a yellow-blue parachute with pierced knees. He's right above us. Hooray! He's cool. He is. How far to the ground? 250 meters. 250 meters. Getting ready for landing. You need to raise your legs. Cool combat twist. I see a power line. We're passing it. Well done. Keep them up and we landed. We set on the butts. Cool. Let's unfasten ourselves and catch Pablo. Unfasten me. Done. And go. We set a record too. Good job. Thanks. Super. Super, I see the helicopter. Where is Pablo? Apparently, he landed somewhere else. We leave the parachute. Let's run. Despite the fact that all those involved in setting this record are mega experienced professionals, any landing is always a danger, especially with pierced knees. No one saw Pablo's landing. Has he successfully touched the ground? We don't know yet. The helicopter had gone somewhere into a cornfield. I don't see the helicopter. Pavlov's landing site was supposed to be detected by a helicopter and land nearby if first aid was needed. Where's he? We've lost Pavlo. We cannot find him. I hear the sound of a helicopter, but there is corn. Look at these thickets. I just can't get through. He said somewhere, apparently in corn. We must look for him. I'm worried. I hope he's well. We landed well. The helicopter takes off. But something went wrong. Hey! And they are there, right? They are there. I see them! Guys! Where is he? Pavlo! And finally I see, it's safe to say, a record holder, safe and sound. Pavlo, we did it. Congratulations, that's great. Listen, thanks for sharing this great jump with me. Thanks to you. My big dream finally came true. Look at my face. Show me your knees. My knees bleed a little, but it's more because of the release of adrenaline. Everything is okay. It's not torn. We'll take everything off. Vitaly, thank you very much. That was incredible. I'm just shaking. Thanks. It's fantastic. I was afraid to hit you. That's why I kept a little far away so that you don't hear the propeller. Your wife is coming. These shots make me cry. It's unreal. Look, he really risked his life. What a family. The record is set. The helicopter is dancing over us, congratulating. It's a circle of honor. A couple is kissing. And all the organizers are coming. Thank you, Sergei. This is a cool record. Thank you. You understand that you are the first in Ukraine, and, by the way, the first in the world to do this. I mean, you and your family. Only such a wife can allow her husband to work such miracles, despite the fact that his knees are bleeding. He's smiling and he's happy. I congratulate you. How do you feel? Your emotions? Endless happiness. I made 279 jumps. This is the 208th. When I jumped for the first time, I found out that it's possible. Then 5 years passed and 279 jumps were made. Finally, I made it. Cool. What will the head of the National Record Register say? Were there any violation? Will Pavlo's record be officially registered? Everything happened as planned. First of all, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Pasha, thanks for the coverage. Dmytro, this would not be so great without your assistance and emotions. We hoped to film it. We have 10 cameras. Everything was according to the plan and everything was perfect. So I declare Pavlo Kleots a new record holder not only in Ukraine but also in the world. He was the first to make a parachute jump from under the basket of a balloon while fastening, while hanging by his knees. Hooray! Hooray! Congratulations. Hooray! Travel around Ukraine with Dmytro camera. Next time on the show, we'll visit 5 continents at once. Noble deer, look how beautifully they walk. Their coolons from Red Book, zebras, I wildebeest. Experience a unique safari. Wow, look. There's no such close contact elsewhere in the world. Visit the lands where animals rule. He wants to attack us. We'll experience extreme entertainment in a huge desert. Let's go. Desert skis. All in Ukraine. No need to travel to other continents. Here we have everything. Travel around Ukraine with Dmytro camera.